Hello community, I am Misleading, and this is a misleading opinion on the League of Legends patch 6.5 notes. In this video, we will be talking about the amount of experience needed to reach level 30, Talon, Nautilus, Pantheon, Kog'maw, Urgot, and Jarvan IV. Riot finally decided it takes too damn long for new players to reach level 30. Based on the intel provided by Omega Squad Teemo, it was estimated that it would take 350 games to reach level 30 before this patch. If each game lasted 30 minutes, that would mean you would spend about 10,500 minutes, or 175 hours in-game to reach level 30. If you played 8 hours a day, you would have to play for 22 days, or a little over 3 weeks. Supposedly, this new patch reduces that amount to 11 days. This sounds like a great move for new players, but there are some consequences that I want to point out. New players will reach level 20 faster, but they may not have enough influence points to invest in fundamental rune sets. Also, since players will reach level 30 faster, they will not have enough influence points to diversify their champion pool against level 30 opponents who boast having more than 100 champions to choose from. Does this mean that there are going to be more noobs in ranked? No, not necessarily. Before a player can join ranked queue, he or she must have at least 16 non-free week champions to choose from. The 16 champion barrier of entry keeps us relatively safe from those scrubs. It is true, however, that we may see more smurfs because it is easier to reach level 30. I personally do not have a smurf, and the reason why I don't have a smurf is because it takes too much time to grind to level 30, purchase the runes I need, and purchase the champions I want. The decision to reduce the amount of experience to reach level 30 by Riot may stimulate the purchases of XP boosts and IP boosts as well. Experienced players who want to create new accounts could shorten their level 30 grind to less than a week, and keep up their accelerated progress. They would invest in IP boosts as well, so they can jump into rank queue as soon as possible. This move seems like a double-edged sword for new players. Talon's ultimate cooldown was increased this patch. Sorry Mr. Assassin's Creed, you can't be wasteful with your blades anymore. When Talon gets ahead, which is quite easy to do if you understand how to play him, there is minimal counterplay. When he enters stealth, you can't fight him without a pink ward. Even if you do invest in a pink ward, he will use his ultimate ability to stealth out of your vision and assassinate you before you can react. For the number nerds out there, at level 6, his ultimate has a 33.3% longer cooldown, 21.1% at level 11, and 9% at level 16. Nautilus, the Titan of the Depths, ironically powerful in the top lane, had some damage taken away from his third ability, Riptide. I will admit that Nautilus was on the more overpowered side of patch 6.4. He is a hypertank CC bot with a great early game, so he is more or less guaranteed to be relevant later. The nerf to his laning phase and trade potential brings him more in line with most top champions. He is definitely more susceptible to the Trundle counterpick, however. Across all 5 levels of E, they reduce his Riptide damage output by 12.2%. Pantheon received a major nerf, large enough in my opinion to take him out of competitive. Besides inconveniencing his ultimate ability, they reduced the AD scaling of his AoE ability, Heartseeker Strike, by 20%. They also reduce Heartseeker Strike's base damage on average by 9%. Pantheon will still be that annoying spear-throwing menace in lane, but Pantheon mains will start to feel a major reduction in power post level 9. Put Pantheon back on the shelf, as he will not be able to compete against Fiora now. I saw this coming 2 patches ago, more Kog'Maw nerfs! This patch refocused Kog'Maw back into his identity as a weak early game champion, but a category 5 Runan's Hurricane late game. The active attack speed on his Bio-Arcane Barrage, his W, was shifted into his attack speed growth stat. Although his attack speed growth stat was increased by 233%, Kog'Maw's level 1 through level 4 power was drastically reduced. The attack speed difference at key levels because of the patch change are as follows: negative 13% at level 1, negative 14% at level 3, negative 15% at level 5, negative 16% at level 7, and negative 17% at level 9. At level 18, however, Kog'Maw has 1% more attack speed than before, so if things reach late game, he is still the powerful Void Puppy we know, hate, and love. Urgot now causes a 1.5 second fear in an AoE around him after using his ultimate ability on an enemy champion and swapping places with him or her. It might just be me, but I'm not looking forward at all to seeing Urgot in rank queue. Essentially, when he catches someone out, the enemy team is forced to abandon the person who was caught, or get caught in a 1.5 second fear. That's not fun at all. Not to mention that Manamune stacks a bit faster, and Riot made Muramana's active into a more noob-friendly passive. Jarvan IV, in my opinion, has received the most significant buff this patch. I'm predicting the rise of AD Jarvan, a Jarvan who will not only one-shot the AD carry, but one-shot the entire backline with his ultimate ability, and Ravenous Hydra. And Warrior's Enchantment if he's jungling. I can feel it. He's going to be perma-banned in the near future. TLDR, less experience to reach level 30 has its pros and cons, but is a good move on Riot's part. Talon has less opportunities to use his ultimate in the early game. Nautilus received a minor nerf, while Pantheon received a major nerf. Kog'maw regained his weak early game identity. Urgot is scary and Jarvan is scarier. So community, do you agree or disagree with today's misleading opinion? Let me know, because I'd love to hear from you guys. See you all in the next whenever, and don't worry, you can trust me. I'm misleading.